Hi, this is Dmitry from Tritao, and we are in Troviscal near Aveiro in Portugal. We're making custom and production titanium frames, and I would like to tell you about our gravel frame called Groont. I would like to tell you about its features that make it stand out from the rest of the titanium gravel frame crowd. Check it out. So let's begin from the bike. When people look at the bike, they usually see, oh, nice anodized decals, these ones, and yes, they kind of stand out, but that's not the main thing about this frame. The most important thing here are the nice CNC parts, and there are 14 of them in this frame. And one of the main ones is the CNC half yoke. It's a hollow titanium part that allows a lot of clearance for the crankset, 1x up to 46, 2x up to semi-standard, like 5236 teeth, road, not gravel, but road. So you can run narrow Q factor cranks, no need to run gravel cranks. The tire clearance is pretty wide. This is a 45 mil tire, 700 by 45. There's a lot of tire clearance here. And I'm planning to switch to 50 mil tires for the harder roads, the more complicated ones that we have here. So here you can see the CNC half yoke. You can't see it because of the bright sun, but it's made out of actually I can show it here. It's made out of two shells that are welded together. Just a second, I'll find focus. Okay. They're welded together here and here. And it is completely hollow inside, so you can run a cable that exits through the dropout here. So this one allows up to 50 mil tires with quite a lot of clearance. I was able to grab one of our older plate style half yokes that we used to use in our frames before we designed this one. So the older ones are actually something that other companies still use for their gravel bikes. So it was a flat titanium plate that was nicely faced, that allowed for about the same amount of clearance for the tire, but it is lower, and it's so it's thin all the way, and it's less stiff in the bottom bracket area compared to the current CNC machine one. And also the weight, check this out. So this is just a plate, which also costs a lot of money, but it's a plate. Oh, you can't, okay, no, it's 157 grams. Now compared to this one, stiffer, allows for internal cable routing, unlike this one, and the weight, 81 grams. So this one is 50%, well, 55% weight of this one, and it's stiffer because it's taller, and it's thicker where it connects to the bottom bracket. And also this one works only with a 7/8 of an inch, so 22.2 millimeter chainstays. This one is designed to work with 25.4, so 1 inch chainstays, ovalized ones. So, and the results are great. The rear end of the bike is really stiff when we use the oversized chainstays and this half yoke. Another problem that many metal road and gravel bikes used to have are the position of the flat mount brake. Many builders use just the bosses. They weld them in the chainstay. The problem with that is the welds, the welding, the heat affects the geometry. Usually affects the geometry of the flat mount, so it's not flat anymore. There are problems with setting up your brake, so we didn't want that. So what we did instead, we designed a flat mount bit that is one piece, and it's welded directly to the dropout, and then a chainstay is added. So basically it's like this. So it provides the square placement of the brake caliper. This thing is made of a titanium 6.4. It's a bar. It used to be a bar. It's also partially hollow, really precise, and looks cool. Another thing is our cable ports. Unlike other manufacturers, we designed ours, so we had to design new ones from scratch. So these ones they're flush with a down tube. They don't stick out. They're not ugly. You will not scratch yourself with those. So you can choose port insert with one cable, two cables, or no cable, or Di2 and a cable, or just Di2, whatever. There's a bunch of choices. So there is one here, there is one on the other side, and there's one for the front derailleur that will let you run the front derailleur cable all the way through the down tube, then exit and go in a cable stop. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, there is a cable stop there. I'm not using it because I run AXS, but although I could potentially have any titanium frame design I wanted. I actually went for a Groont frame for myself because I love the way it handles. We've spent a lot of time designing it, and I love it, and I'm happy I have it. Of course, the brake routing is also internal. It usually enters from this side if you're in Europe, and it enters this side if you're in Australia, Japan, or the UK. It goes all the way through the down tube into the bottom bracket and exits here through the chainstay. So there's a little tube here. Tritao Groont frame also features these top tube bosses for the bento box. There are two bottle cage mounts inside the front triangle. They're lowered as much as possible so you can run a frame bag. There's also a mount for the bottle cage on the down tube, under down tube, and it's offset from the crankset, so if you run a 2x, you will never have your chain touch the bottle cage. Other features are the rack and fender mounts here and here, so you can raise this bike. You can also use it for long trips with a complete proper rack and fenders. In the next video I will show you some other things that we're preparing right now, some interesting things. We're working on the integrated on the frames that have completely integrated cable routing, and we are working on them as we speak. And there is something else actually. I'll go check in my car. So here It says Reynolds, but there is something Reynolds that is no really Reynolds-ish. But that's in the next videos. Thank you. See you later, and feel free to comment. Thank you very much. Bye bye.